Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Shannon Sharpe, aka Baby Gravy, aka Mr. Nightcap, aka Mr. Club Shay Shay himself, because Shannon Sharpe's former and current colleagues, Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith, have plenty to say. Jason Whitlock is over here on the YouTubes making allegations that Shannon Sharpe has allegedly, and this is according to him and alleged other former Fox colleagues, has said that this is not the first woman that they've alleged Shannon Sharpe hearing that he would CHOKE somebody, child. That he would Wayne Brady. Does Wayne Brady have to bleep a bleep? Like what is happening? What is happening? Yeah, all of y'all have been rubbing your hands together like Birdman. Y'all couldn't wait. Which brings me to Stephen A. Smith, who will report on the opening of an envelope if it gets him clicks and views, y'all. Like this man has no chill. This is supposed to be a personal friend of yours. This is supposed to be somebody that you personally brought on to ESPN after Shannon Sharpe, everything fell apart at Fox Sports. And here you are, front and center, like the company man you are. Oh, I've got to tell this story. I've got to reveal what my bosses told me. I had to ask my bosses for permission on what to say. And that is all that I can say. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, Stephen A. The correct response was no response. Why doesn't anybody understand that in 2025? The correct response is always no response. You don't have to insert yourself into everything. You do not. But I get it. You low-key want to be petty. I see how you're moving. You get $100 million deal, and you want to get up, you have that little back and forth with LeBron, and you haven't stopped talking about LeBron James ever since. So you need something else to latch on to, right? It's rumored that Shannon Sharpe was up for at least an upwards of $100 million deal, and it goes the complete opposite direction for him. It is an alleged SA case, lawsuit over $50 million. We, just in my previous video, it was released to TMZ that allegedly the attorneys have been trying to negotiate for 6 weeks on a settlement, and Shannon Sharpe was willing to give this lady $10 million. Where's my Austin Powers? $10 million, right? And she said, no. I know I can get more. I can get more out of you, and let's take this public, right? Let's expose this, and let me maximize my dollars, right? Stephen A., so he is trying to play the middle of this. He's like, well, I personally talked to Shannon Sharpe, and Shannon Sharpe says he vehemently denies this. The allegations are false. And, however, Tony Busby, his, client is alleging that everything is 100% true. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's just like, y'all, like read the freaking room. And so then Stephen A. Smith wants to insert, the fact that Tony Busby, kind of reiterating some of what Shannon Sharpe said in his message to the people, his state of address, y'all, in which Shannon Sharpe is, alleging that this is just, personal attacks against black men, just targeting famous black men and all of these things. Stephen A. is picking back off of that, that Tony Busby struck out with the Jay-Z case and all this and that, but He might not be striking out with this one. It sounded like from what Stephen A. Smith said that things are about to get worse. That's what it was giving, that it's about to get worse out here. And he's alleging that he doesn't think he would have advised for Shannon Sharpe to go the direction that he went, of his attorneys advising him to release those egregious text messages, that probably was not the right move. And I agree. And then Stephen A. Smith said that his Disney boss had basically told him that they are aware of the situation with Shannon Sharpe. They're monitoring the situation very closely. They are doing their own due diligence. They're doing their own thorough investigation. And then they will make a decision on Shannon Sharpe's future at ESPN. What? Okay. Stephen A. Smith wanted to reiterate as well. I do not make the hiring or firing decisions. However, I am the executive producer of First Take. However, for 13 years, First Take has been the number one show on ESPN and all across all cable networks. Right? Just tooting his horn, and his so-called friend is going through it. Is going through it, man. I mean, how many of y'all have friends out here, have best friends out here that are YouTubers that are commenting on your alleged on your alleged lawsuit, on your alleged potential takedown, on your alleged potential downfall, with friends like these? Who needs enemies, you guys? What is happening? And I know some of y'all are going to be like, well, you know, Stephen A., he's got YouTube and this and that. Well, it sounded like he had to ask permission. He had to ask permission for him to talk about this story, and had to ask permission basically to reveal his sources on what the future of Shannon Sharpe is going to be pending this investigation that ESPN/Disney intends to do. So nonetheless, they were probably hoping Stephen A. Smith kept quiet, you know, like what the people at Fox Sports did. Remember, we talked a few months back about the stylist/makeup artist that was suing, Skip Bayless was suing the executive, and kept mentioning, though, the anchor, Joy Taylor. And remember Fox Sports? They released a statement, but they were on the mute challenge. Everybody still had their jobs until recently, right? Eventually, they did away with the executive, right? They put him on ice, right? And then Joy Taylor, she's been on the show, and then she had like a brief leave of absence that was unexplained, and then she was back, right? But still to this day, none of the analysts, nobody has discussed this lawsuit or what is going on with this case, right? So nonetheless, Stephen A. Smith, though, who is going to, he wants to call somebody else an ambulance chaser, and Tony Busby, but you're going to chase any story, even if it's your own friends. Even if it is your own friends. Like make it make sense. And I can't help but think that maybe there's a part of you that's excited about this. That if this potential takedown, I'm just confused. I am confused by it all, because you already said the show was number one without Shannon Sharpe, and that the show was enhanced with Shannon Sharpe. But it sounds like you low-key are kind of like, hey, this is going to get bad. This is going to get very, 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 very bad. So therefore, I'm covering myself. like you have nothing to do with this. As you said in your video, you were not there. None of us were there. So none of us can attribute to who is telling the truth and who is not telling the truth. But nonetheless, the bottom line is, Shannon Sharpe, you're too old for this foolishness, messing around with 19-year-old OnlyFans models, quote-unquote OnlyFans models, that are significantly younger than your 3 children. Like what is going on out here? It is not that serious. But like I said in my last video, you got to tighten up. You got to tighten up, because this isn't it at all. And I see Jason Whitlock, he's going to chase this story, because I know he's going to be dragging Stephen A. Smith tomorrow for even responding. But this is just a hot mess all the way around, y'all. A hot bleeping mess all the way around. And as far as I'm concerned, there is guilt to go all the way around. Nobody looks good in any of this. It is very disturbing. It is very deplorable. And I'm in my 92% minding my business, but you best believe we're going to talk about this story, because after the Jonathan Majors of it all, I don't know why people are entertaining foolishness. Like, what are you doing? It's just like, you finally get, some mainstream recognition. You're getting the big dollars, and you're like, you know what? Let's take a chance on all my millions of dollars. Let's just throw it all away, right? Let's just gamble with my career. Let's gamble with my future, because why else would this be happening? So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.